I want to talk to some Cubans. In a way, it's this American dream that a lot of people can't get. It's almost a little bit like traveling to another country.
Oh,
a
yeah.
little bit. What's it like being in the States versus there?
Once you said something in English and she didn't
Shut it off. Hola. Is this the place? Would you consider them patriotic towards the state? What is Cuban style about this? Salmon, calamari, lobster risotto.
You are here because you are freedom. Socialism system destroy everything where is the progress.
What do you mean by crazy? Like it's dangerous or?
You are at home. Don't worry about
Thank
it.
you. Good morning, guys. Here in Miami, home to so many of the world's cultures. Today, we're gonna jump into the Cuban world. It's gonna be a bit spontaneous. Don't know what I'm getting into. I think you'll be surprised, because I think I'll be surprised. Okay, let's do this. Here we are, Hialeah, and this is the biggest Cuban enclave outside of Cuba. Most people know of Little Havana, but I was told through some insider knowledge that this is the place where all the Cubans are. Hello. Hola. Is this the place?
This is the place, bro.
Tell me about it.
Oh man, good food. Good Cuban food.
Good food, this place over here, Chico's?
Been here for a long time.
So this is where most of the Cubans are, right?
Most of them. You
In
get
Miami?
the old schools, you get the new school, you get everything here.
Am I in the right
You're
place?
in the right place. You have some good breakfast? Definitely.
Right on, brother. Thank
All
you.
right, brother. You have a
But
good-
should I go here?
yeah, right there.
All right. There we go. From the source. This is the place. I'm gonna go into Chico's. Okay. Looks like an old school restaurant. Hola.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for like the center of Hialeah.
The center of Hialeah?
Yeah. I want to talk to some Cubans.
This is a
Are they
good place. This is a good place to talk to them.
You're from here?
Yeah, I've been here since 1961.
Wow. How is it? Is it an interesting neighborhood?
Yeah. I had no problem. You know,
It's-
it's got these up and downs.
Yeah.
You know, like everybody.
Feels like a good local neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
Few fast facts for you on Hialeah before we walk around. The population is 224,000, so it's outside of Miami. It's right outside of Miami. 224,000. 73% are Cuban, and 96.3% speak Spanish. So I gotta pull out my Spanish speaking skills. That Cuban feel, you know, the old men playing chess, sitting around smoking cigars in a park. Haven't found it yet. Don't know if it's gonna be out here, but I'm not giving up. I was not gonna lie, it's been hard finding human beings around, but I just saw these kids, and they got a mod shop. You call this a mod shop, or what do you call it?
Kind of, yeah, maybe.
All right. You're from Hialeah?
Yeah, I'm from here.
So what's it like, guys? What's it like? What do you mean by crazy? Like it's dangerous, or
It's sometimes it's dangerous, but sometimes
Okay.
it's
You're from California. You know the music California?
Like car meets.
Have you seen those car meets that they take over the lights and
yeah,
start
yeah,
going in
yeah.
circles?
Okay.
Okay, we do something like that here in Hialeah. But we're not involved in anything like that. Just saying it out loud. We don't take our cars there or nothing. We just watch on YouTube. We see them going around. They do them all over here in Hialeah. They got people with cameras that record the
Like
wheels.
if you come out of your
Crazy.
car like at 11 around there, like
Tonight.
Tonight, yeah, tonight for sure. You're gonna see like a
Today
bunch
is
of.
Friday.
What about the cop across the street? Is he
They're
is he
friends.
cool?
Nah,
They're cool.
They help us out every
Yeah,
time.
they help us everywhere.
They're cool.
Yeah.
So the neighborhood's safe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they,
yeah.
oh my God, Hialeah is, if they talk bad about Hialeah, that's all bullshit. 'Cause here it's
Really?
nice and chilling, dog. Nice
Oh,
and-
cool.
Everybody comes around and says hi to each other and all of that.
It's like a nice neighborhood.
Yeah, it's very
It feels that way. So you're all Cuban? Like your parents are Cuban?
Yeah, I'm Cuban. I'm like Cuban.
You were
got
born
here-
in Cuba.
Yeah, I got here like
You have no
17.
accent.
I do. I don't.
Barely, barely. I can't even tell. Where'd you come from in Cuba?
La Habana.
What's it like being in the States versus there?
Bro, here's a lot of possibilities to do everything. You know, whatever you want to do, you can do it. Over there, it's like limited. You know.
Right.
It's cool. Like you work for your shit. Over there, you work and they take away your stuff. Here, you work and you get whatever you want.
So you get to do what you want to do, obviously.
Yeah. I just got out of school and I was like, I'm gonna lift my car up and change something on it. And I did, and there it is. It's running again. It's a little messed up in the front, but
What's rompe corazones? What does that mean?
I mean it's heartbreaker because they used to have a bunch of hearts on the side.
All
Took
right.
them off, and it was like a bunch of broken hearts.
Are you
Like-
are you the heartbreaker?
Yeah, my girlfriend left me, so like I was like heartbroken. Nah, I'm kidding. Yeah.
Happens, man.
Yeah, nah, it's just for fun.
My dream
Yeah.
is to start my shoe business. That's my dream.
Shoe business.
I like shoes.
like custom shoes.
Shoes, yeah.
Like leather, nice
Like,
shoes.
yeah, custom.
Like Italian style.
Basically, you
Yeah,
can say
he
something
likes
like
every type of shoe. He wears
Yeah, like Jordan, Air Max,
Like, I'll resell
throwbacks,
'em.
97s.
resell
Gotcha.
them.
Resell them. What are you rocking there? I don't know shoes well.
It's white Air Forces.
All right.
they're
Are these cool or no? Vans?
I like that. I have like
For a
5 pairs.
43-year-old, sort of cool.
Bands are the
Yeah,
thing.
they're cool.
Man,
I have like
everybody-
4 of them.
Bueno.
You are in home. Don't worry about it.
Thank you. I was in Cuba years ago. I went there.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. Really nice
I
people.
know the community for the Hialeah love American and respect American, and when have any July 4, everybody celebration, everybody we are American. Ah!
Why do they love America so much, you think?
Well, we love America because it's saying we have freedom.
Yeah.
When you have the freedom, you love it. When you don't have the freedom, and you have a restriction for your life and you can dream, you don't love it. You say, I'm here because I don't have a choice. No, you are here because you have freedom.
You feel it here.
Oh,
You feel-
100%.
I think many Americans don't know this.
Well,
If they never left. If they never
right.
left, you
The
know?
problem is too many people born, in America, but he never know what is the freedom
Right.
because he never lost the freedom. When you love something, you miss and you say, wow, that's a difference.
Yeah.
That's what the reasons everybody like to come to America.
You think it's losing freedom at all or no?
Yeah.
Here, a little bit?
The problem is America is not perfect,
Yeah. Yeah.
but you have opportunity for change. In the other country, you don't have a chance, no opportunity for change.
Mm.
That's the difference. Because you say, hey, I know the country have the gold, have it oil, have it diamonds, have it everything. And why is the people is poor? Why the people don't have a school? Why the people don't have a job? Why the people die for hungry?
Right.
Because it's the rich country. Because it's not freedom.
Like Venezuela.
Well,
They
I
have
don't
the-
know
they have-
I don't
they
know-
have
I
the
don't know
oil.
exactly the Venezuela because I don't have experience about the Venezuela.
Me neither, but I know they have the oil. They just don't.
Yeah, right, all right, okay.
They have the oil.
Suppose, yeah, he's a rich. Everything is disappeared because the system for the socialism system is destroy everything where is the progress. Destroy. The land is here, but he don't want you plant food in the land.
Plant food in what?
The food and the soil.
Oh. Yeah.
Because you say, well, I don't have the land, I don't have a soil. I can put the bananas, plant for the bananas, or tree for the orange. No. You have the, good, but you no like plant. The government say, no. I want to plant, the lemon tree. No lemon tree. Because I say, I order here. You're not free.
Teo.
Teo.
Thank you, Teo.
T-E-O.
T-E-O.
Mhm.
Appreciate it. Some good old
Okay.
wisdom. Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Love your neighborhood.
All right. You too.
It's cool.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. It's nice to hear from people that have been on that journey, that understand things, I'd say, better than most, because they've seen another system. Here we are, El Palacio de los Jugos. Looks like local food, outdoor dining. Check it out. Wow. This place has got a lot going on. A little bit of everything. Salmon, calamari, lobster risotto. Quite a mix. I was in Cuba many years ago and I had Cuban food, but I don't remember so well.
Yeah, it's much different over there than it is over here. Much different. Obviously, we have many more choices than what they have over there.
So I just met this guy Carlos, and he's walking us through the food situation. So this is all Cuban, right?
Yeah, most of it is Cuban.
So this is like a paella, Spanish paella, Cuban style.
Absolutely.
That looks good. Whatever that is, that's like a fish stew.
Yeah, that's grouper in tomato sauce. Y esto también, esto pescado.
Yo quiero.
Quiero un poco de cheddar.
And I'm buying this. This is my treat.
No.
Yes. Carlos.
Some delicious grouper, right? Cubans call that cherna. And some mixed vegetables, yeah.
Okay, what is Cuban style about this?
The tomato-based sauce, okay? We use that in a lot of our traditional cooking.
There we go. You guys don't really do spicy food, do you?
No,
It's not a
don't
Cuban
do
thing.
spice. No, that's more a Mexican things. Mexicans love their spice. Cubans, absolutely not. Yeah, no worries.
We're lucky though, because Carlos agreed to go on a little walk away from the noise, and he is the Hialeah expert because you're a history teacher.
Yes, sir.
And you grew up here.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what's going on here? Walk us through. What's the story of this neighborhood? The brief story, let's say.
1980, you have the Mariel boat lift in January of 1980. Jimmy Carter let big wave of Cubans. They waited at the Mariel port in Cuba. They waited for about a month to depart. Okay, so families left Miami in search of their families. They went back to Cuba to pick them up. They were waiting there for weeks and weeks and weeks. And eventually what happened was that Fidel Castro, he said, well, if you want to take your family member, you got to take X amount of people on your boat. So maybe your boat can handle, 10 people. Well, now you had 50, 60, 100 people on the boat, and you were forced to take them. So if you wanted your family members, you had to take all these other people who you did not know and who were mostly criminals. So he emptied out the jails.
Right, I remember.
He emptied out all the drug addicts.
Yep.
Anybody who was gay. They were all packed on the boat and sent out of the country, right? The undesirables, as he called them.
Right. Pretty smart sending all the criminals out, huh?
Yeah, but the vast majority of Cubans outside of the country live here in Hialeah.
What are the jobs here? Where are people working?
So a lot of the factory jobs, the original inhabitants came here because a lot of the factories in South Florida were located in Hialeah. As industrial jobs, trade jobs, a lot of factory jobs, they got shipped out of the United States to places like China and Indonesia. Those jobs have left. So a lot of these people, they work jobs in corporate America. They work jobs, like any other American. You got waiters and waitresses, accountants.
Yeah.
That's what you have, in this area.
So I've seen a lot of American flags, so it's a pretty patriotic place, I'm gathering.
Absolutely.
Now that I say that, I don't see any, but coming in here.
I think a lot of them were taken down after the election. Yeah, Hialeah is extremely conservative.
Okay.
You know, I'm moderate myself, but Hialeah is one of the most conservative cities in America, which has, you know, pretty much been the same for about the last 40 years.
Okay, so my theory is people left a communist country not because things were great. They came here, they could realize themselves, they could get a home, less things in their way.
Right.
And so the conservative side of things mirrors that better, let's say.
Yeah, it definitely
Is that the point, or why are they so conservative here, or is it family values? And
so yeah, that has a lot to do with it. They left a communist regime, very you know, totalitarian government with a dictator, and they wanted that freedom from the Conservative Party or the Republican Party here in the United States. You know, although this is a very Republican city, very conservative city,
Right.
you still have, you know, some liberals and a lot of the younger population, the younger Cuban Americans, and the ones that are coming into the country now, they're a little bit more moderate, a little bit more progressive.
so there's a divide. So the older people are more conservative, the younger people more liberal.
Absolutely.
But that's sort of everywhere, isn't that?
Yeah,
To some degree.
exactly.
There's bars on the windows in some places.
Right.
Why? I mean, theft.
Well, remember, you came from a country predominantly communist, or excuse me, a communist country,
Right.
where people, you know, they tried to protect anything that they had. So, you know, I guess that's you know, part of the Cuban how can I say?
Psychology.
Yeah, the psychology. I
Mindset.
want to protect what's mine.
Yeah.
I want to keep what's mine. I don't want anybody to interfere with me and take what's mine. And I guess that's a little bit of the psyche, a little bit of the Cuban psyche.
So in a way, it's this this American dream that a lot of people can't get. Okay, I've been here 5 hours, so I know nothing. I'll admit that. I know nothing, but I'm seeing like this. You know, everyone's got a house, a little yard.
Right.
And these are all homeowners mostly, or are they renting?
Yeah, you know, you got a mix, just like any other place in America. You got
Right.
people renting. But yeah, this is the American dream. People in Cuba don't have that ability to purchase a home that they know that the government can't take away from them. You know, they come here with that aspiration,
Right.
and they fight for what they believe in. And yeah, you have a lot of hardworking families. You know, Cuban people will tell you that they built up Hialeah. You know,
Would you consider them patriotic towards the states here?
yes. Oh, towards the states.
Towards the U.S.
Oh, towards the U.S.
Like, are
absolutely.
they patriotic Americans?
Absolutely, absolutely. They love the United States. You got to remember, the United States gave them an opportunity at life. They gave them a shot that they were never going to have in their country. You know, they came here with, you know, sometimes nothing, you know,
Right.
or maybe a few dollars in their pocket. And this country gave them that opportunity that they really wanted. And they made the best of that opportunity. And this is a result of that hard work.
Okay. So what's going on in the community now? I mean, you're one man's perspective.
Right.
I know nothing. So guys, this is no authoritative piece on documentary, let's say, on Hialeah. These are a couple perspectives. Take it for what it is. There's all sorts of stories and angles. And a bus that's about to hit us. Nice bus. New buses.
You know, unemployment is low in Hialeah. As you were able to see, even people who don't speak the language, people who don't speak English, have a job.
Yeah, that's interesting. All these shops, a lot of people don't speak English.
Yeah.
It's just it's its own ecosystem. It feels like a separate country almost.
Absolutely, yeah. And we are, you know, this is a bubble where if you are a non-English speaker, you know, I encourage everybody. I teach students English, you know, adults and recently arrived children. I teach them English, and I certainly encourage everybody to learn the language.
Right.
But if you are, you know, in a pinch and you're looking for a job, you can certainly find something, and you can definitely work without knowing the language. You know, it's not a barrier to entry by any means.
They keep their place very tidy.
Oh yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, Cuban people. Not
Is that-
because
is that
they're
a
my
tr-
people, but
Is that a trait of Cubans? They keep things
they
clean?
are extra clean.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Remember what I said? They like to protect what's theirs. You know, they fought hard for what they have, and they
Right.
want to make sure that they take care of it.
She's on it. Place looks very nice.
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias. Bonito. Did I say that right? Bonito, beautiful.
See, yeah, you said that right. Yeah, beautiful.
She didn't understand my English and she didn't understand my Spanish either because
Yeah,
my
well,
accent.
once you said something in English and she
She
didn't
shut it
understand.
off.
Yeah, I
It's like,
knew that
all
she
right,
was
gringo.
a Spanish speaker. But again, it proves my point. You know, you saw the home that she's living in. She's more than certainly retired, which means that she lived here for a long time.
Yep.
She made a living, and she doesn't even speak the language. And she has a decent home, you know.
Right.
The envy of many people. Many people would love to have a home like that. And again, that's what you're going to find in Hialeah. You're going to find a lot of hardworking people who came here just for an opportunity.
That's interesting. Hardworking people, very patriotic about America. She doesn't speak any English.
None at all.
And
you
but
saw that.
but she loves her country, that being America.
You saw the flag.
Yeah, that's cool. Are there any homeless here? I haven't seen anyone sleeping on the streets, on benches, or anything.
I think you may, you know, there may be a handful around the entire city of 250,000.
Okay.
But you don't really see them. They're not, no, there's no vagrants, there's no homeless around.
Why? Is it because the family structure is strong enough for most people, or what's the deal?
I don't, that's a good question. I've never thought about that. That's
Or
a
you
good
have
question.
social services set up for them?
Yeah, I mean, you have the same social services that you have in other parts of the.
Or it's just a bad place to be homeless. Like nobody's gonna give you money here, maybe.
I think that's more.
There's
I
no
think you hit the nail
sympathy.
on the
There's
head.
no sympathy. Like we left communist Cuba. Go do whatever, but don't ask me for money.
Yeah, they're more than likely to tell you, you know, hey, you have 2 feet, you have 2 hands,
Right.
you know, do something for yourself.
But
you can work.
You know what? Immigrants many of the times have such an advantage because you're not an immigrant, but I'm just saying your family, extended family, or the people that come here, they have something to compare against. And they can see things that us Americans that grew up here might not be able to see.
Absolutely. I think you're 100% correct. And I think one of the advantages is that an immigrant is more than likely to take a risk than a natural American or an
Right. Has
someone
nothing to lose, maybe.
Right, they have nothing to lose, everything to gain. So you see a lot of people who have no family here, just came in from Cuba, and within 5 years they set up a business. I know that was the case with my cousin's friend and my cousin. They both set up businesses.
Right.
He had no family, and he set up a business putting up awnings. And he bought a house, he bought a second house, he had cars, and he put his pennies together working odds and ends and doing small jobs, and he was able to do all that within a few years. But I think the average American is very scared to take that risk and invest that money just to have it not succeed, right?
Right. And so if you left your country, that's a huge risk to begin with.
Right.
You go to a new place, you don't have anything set up. You actually have no option but then to take risk.
Right.
You know, much of the times, right? You sort of have to.
Yeah.
Like if you want to move on with your life.
It's a leap of blind faith. They came here without anything in their pocket. And you know, since they're successful with that first jump or for that first leap of faith,
Yep.
they're more than likely to do it again and again and again, and that's why you see a lot of successful people.
All right, guys. You have anything else to say?
That's
Anything
it.
else?
That's it.
the story.
That's the story of Hialeah.
Carlos saved this video with great insight and information. I had nothing on that front since I'm a rookie here, but it's been an interesting day. Hope you guys got some of that. I mean, overall, it's just wide, spaced out streets, mostly nicely taken care of homes and shopping centers, but there's a good communal feel here. It feels safe, it's clean, Again, I'm a rookie here. I'm sure there's all sorts of darkness that takes place. This isn't a propaganda piece, but overall, really cool. Strongly suggest coming here just for a meal. If you're in Miami, get out to Hialeah. It's almost a little bit like traveling to another country.
Oh, yeah.
Little bit.
Little bit.
If you're not a Spanish speaker like myself, it's like got this exoticness to it. All right, guys, thanks for coming along. Till the next one. There we go. Look at this guy's rocking it. He's quite expressive in his style. He's got the G-Wagon going and the American flag. It's like a new house.